Her men prepared for the 1980 season. She had become the first woman in history to take her team to a Super Bowl. But in the season to come, her defending NFC champions would face an entirely different game. In 1980, the winds of change blew through the National Football League. Old attitudes and old methods were all swept away. The lights went out on the old game of pro football. Football became throw ball, a new game whose battlefield was not the turf, but the sky. Last year, the league threw its way to the most points in NFL history. First down, anytime, anywhere was right for throwing the football. The masters of this new game were the Los Angeles Rams. So daring were the Rams that they led the entire conference in touchdown passes. Their wide-open attack earned them their unprecedented 8th straight trip to the playoffs and the right to meet Dallas in the NFC Wildcard game. Once a conservative team, Los Angeles had become an innovative one. After the first half of this important game, they were deadlocked with the Cowboys. Passing can make for big play drama and last-second heroics, but it can also lead to disaster. In the second half, the hazards of throw ball beset the Rams. Throwing the football is risky business. An arching rainbow can bring sudden victory. But against the Cowboys, that rainbow led to something far different than a pot of gold. Battles between such equal powers are not won without taking risks. The Rams took those risks and lost. Dallas took those risks and won. To be sure, the defending NFC champions did not return to the Super Bowl, but more importantly, they became a new team for a new era. They played to sell out crowds all season. Someone once said that all trends are set in California. The Rams didn't initiate throw ball, but they sure were good at it. The Ram air game was so effective that their running attack was opened up, a ground game that led the entire NFL. Clearly, owner Georgia Frontiere, general manager Don Klosterman, and head coach Ray Malavasi have brought an exciting big play team to Los Angeles. Strong, towering offensive linemen, powerful men who provide time for the quarterback and allow that extra second needed to play throw ball. In Doug France, Rich Saul, Jackie Slater, Kent Hill, Dennis Harrah, and Doug Smith, the Rams have the biggest and the best. Coach Dan Radakovich molded them with the help of the Bad Rad Disco, an instructive line dance, if you will.
Kent Hill. Kent supposed to come out there and get the hands up quick and hit him, and Kent's got the wings going, wings and flying, okay? Okay. Saul supposed to go out and cut the guy. Here's Saul cutting the guy. Like a flea. He's flying through the air. Okay, Harrah's the classic. Dennis comes up, pop, 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 pop. Ah!
The snap of All-Pro Rich Saul sets the group into action. Aided by reserves like Bill Bain and Irv Pankey, the line executed so well that the Rams were the best rushing team in football. Cullen Bryant followed crushing blocks to a career-high 807 yards. In the Ram offense, running backs must also catch. Bryant did so 53 times, tops on the team. He started every game and blocked solidly for running mates like Elvis Peacock, number 34. Bryant's running mate was any man who happened to be healthy on a particular Sunday. One afternoon, he may have been Peacock, turning an innocent screen pass into a touchdown. On another Sunday, second-year man Eddie Hill might be seen gliding in the sun. On yet another given day, Mike Gulman, who rushed for 4 touchdowns as a rookie, could be seen powering to a score. Although playing little in 1980 because of injuries, Wendell Tyler might have been the best back of all. Towards the end of the year, Los Angeles looked to number 33, who was far more than a back who happened to be healthy. His name was Gerald Thomas, a special runner who rushed for over 140 yards in each of the Rams' 2 season-ending games. For the first time in 23 years, the Rams were the number 1 rushing team. But in week 1, their passing attack suffered a major setback. Pat Hayden, who for 4 years guided the Rams to the playoffs, suffered an opening day broken hand. Hopes for the big play were put on ice. While backups Bob Lee and Jeff Rutledge waited in the wings, Vince Ferragamo took over and never relinquished the job. Tight ends Terry Nelson, Walt Arnold, and Victor Hicks, men who primarily blocked in the old-style attack, became reliable receivers in the Rams' new game. In a game now founded upon the forward pass, talented wide receivers are at a premium. Los Angeles can boast of 5. Preston Denard, Willie Miller, Drew Hill, Jeff Moore, and Billy Waddy are all so talented that offensive coordinator Lionel Taylor simply used them all. With such a richly talented group of receivers, the Rams threw and threw some more. A team once known for its ball control soon gained a reputation for its prodigious passing. No team in the NFL threw more touchdown passes than Los Angeles. And for the first time ever, they totaled more than 6,000 yards. The 1980 Rams gained more yards, completed more passes, and ran up more first downs than any previous Los Angeles team. The old Rams took what the defense gave them. These new Rams took whatever they wanted. Los Angeles passed their way to 5 straight early season victories and then found themselves in Atlanta with first place in the NFC West at stake. Lehman Bennett's Falcons trailed the Rams by a single game. Ray Malavasi would have liked nothing better than to secure a little breathing room in the divisional race. Although the Rams commanded both sides of the line of scrimmage, once again it was the big play that gave them a 10-6 lead with less than 2 minutes remaining. But suddenly an element of uncertainty developed for the first time in the afternoon. The team that lived by the big play died by it.
They go with Wallace Francis into the left slot. Jenkins wide left, Jackson wide right. 4th down and 11 from their own 46, Atlanta. Bartkowski back to throw with time. Fires deep and down the middle for Jackson, and it is caught for the touchdown.
The bad news, Los Angeles lost. The good news, they would meet Atlanta again. It was 10 years ago when he first took the field as a pro. Now, as an NFL fixture, Jack Youngblood finds himself facing a new challenge, defensing throw ball. He and fellow defensive end Fred Dreyer now must pressure the quarterback like never before. For Dreyer, the wisdom drawn from 13 seasons in the pro football wars was more than enough to meet the challenge of the new game. Jack Youngblood, too, zeroed in on opposing quarterbacks, anchoring a line that for the second year in a row led the NFC in sacks. In the past, linebackers like George Andrews, Carl Eckern, Jim Youngblood, Jack Reynolds, and number 51, Joe Harris, merely concentrated on stopping the run. Now they too went quarterback hunting. Larry Brooks, Reggie Doss, Mike Fanning, Cody Jones, and Fred Dreyer muscled Los Angeles to 56 sacks. Bud Carson's defense was the league's top-ranked unit when it counted most during the season's final 6 weeks. By season's end, the Los Angeles Rams had perfected the art of defensing the new game. But still, every Sunday they would come. these gifted and mercury-quick wide receivers. Some traveled in pairs. Each was fast, each was smart, and all could burn defenses in the wink of an eye. The only way to fight men of such quickness and intelligence is with men of an equal measure of the same. The Rams secondary was comprised of precisely such men. Cornerback Rod Perry, number 49, epitomized the Ram deep backs, opportunistic and capable of the spectacular. He and fellow cornerback Pat Thomas were both selected to the Pro Bowl and were prime reasons why the Rams shut down enemy passing attacks. A vital addition to the Rams secondary was hitter Johnny Johnson. Johnson represents a new breed of defenders. He has the speed of a deer and was named to every all-rookie team. His 99-yard journey versus Green Bay established a new club record. But just when the need for a big play would arrive, along arrived Nolan Cromwell. Cromwell turned in a very special season in 1980. His 8 interceptions led the NFC, and he was named the Conference Defensive Player of the Year. He is an athlete of diverse skill who can perform a one-handed wonder and then transform a rare mistake into good fortune. The big play at the Big A was turned in by the offense and defense alike. But some of the biggest plays of all were contributed by the Rams special teams. Versatile Frank Corral was the team's kicker and punter, and men like Jeff Delaney, Greg Horton, Leroy Irvin, and number 23, Lucius Smith, made sure deep men stayed deep. As well, Ed McGlasson, Lydell Mitchell, Phil Murphy, Conrad Rucker, Ivory Sully, Greg Westbrooks, and number 33, Gerald Thomas, were big playmen on the Rams special teams. Kick returner Drew Hill reeled off the big play that kick returners dream of last season, and towards the end of the year, the exciting Rams won 4 of 5. Ahead lay a pair of supreme tests, back-to-back confrontations with 2 of the NFL's best. All season long, Ram fans watched their new team master the new game. By day, they watched their team pierce the sun with touchdown bombs. By evening, they would savor the latest Ram throw ball victory. But one night, the most worthy opponent arrived in Anaheim. The Dallas Cowboys, forefathers of throw ball. In 1980, they rolled up more points than any NFL team. Dallas represented a formidable challenge for the new Rams, a challenge Los Angeles met and conquered right from the start. The Cowboys were never in the game. First, Los Angeles beat them like the old Rams, with determined blocking and inspired running. Later, they beat them like the new Rams, with a bombs-away, devil-may-care attack.
Ben's going deep up the right for Waddy. He's there. In the end zone, touchdown. First down at the Dallas 34. Back to throw. Ferragamo steps inside the pressure. Fires up the left side. Touchdown.
The Rams were 38-14 winners. But their new wave had apparently broken too soon to wash away the Falcons on 1980's final Sunday. Atlanta led 14-3 at halftime, but suddenly Los Angeles awakened. With the division race decided, the Rams were playing for pride. They had never lost at home to the Falcons. A touchdown pass to Preston Dennard and a mighty run by Gerald Thomas tied it at 17. And in overtime, the Ram defense simply took charge. Los Angeles shut down Atlanta, but ironically, the finale of this throw ball season was decided by Frank Corral's foot.
Snap back, the ball down, the kick is up. It is good!
While Los Angeles did not overtake the Falcons to win the division, they gave their rivals something to think about next year. But more importantly, the innovative Rams had conquered a new game. With the best offensive line in football, with a passing attack second to none, with a punishing defensive line, and with an outstanding secondary, the Rams will look to the winning talents of quarterback Pat Hayden, as well as the leadership of Bob Lee, to once more bring about the return of the big play.